For question 2, the 4 tables below show relationships in which the x values represent inputs and the y values represent the corresponding outputs. So here are 4 tables: table Q, table R, table S, and table T. Which table represents a relationship that is not a function? And remember, I'm just going to go back for a minute. It said the x value represents the input. So here's what's input. The y values represent what's the output. So what we want to do is just find out which one of these tables is not representing a function. All right. Again, it says which is not. So let's go through our hints. Well, hint number 1, we have to know what function means and what's not a function. Okay. So hint number 1, go find out what a function is. And again, the function is when there's the relationship where they're saying for every one x value, there'll be only one y value that could be associated with it. Okay, that's hint number 1. Hint number 2, if you want to go find your which one is a function a little bit quickly, what you need to do is to look at the x values in all the tables. Look at the x values, all right? And that's pretty much one way that'll help you. Oops, sorry about that. But that'll be how you're able to find out if it's going to be a function or not. All right, so that's hint number 2. Hint number 3, when you look at the x values, you want to look in the x values and see if there is a repeating x value. If there usually is a repeating x value where there's a different y value, you do not have a function there. So just to give you another example, and I'll see if I could do this quickly. All right, let's say this is x and this is y. If I have, if x is 1 and y is 5, x is 2, y is 7, and x is 3, and y is 9, right now you have a function because for every x value, the x value is different. For the x being 1, the output is 5. For x being 2, the output is 7, okay? Now let's look at this one over here. Let's say now I have input of x is 1, the output of y is going to be, let's say 6, right? And input is 2, and the output is 9. And now this one I have the same input of 2, but now I have an output of 15. Now, time out right here. This one is not a function because I have the 2 x's here. They are repeating again, and they're showing me that if 2, I have an output of 9, I should not have 2 with a different output of 15. If anything, I should have the same thing, 2 with the 9. So this is not a function. All right, you got that? And if you have this one, something like this, if I have 1 is gives an output of 5, 2 gives an output of 5, and 3 gives an output of 5. That's okay. That is still a function. Why? Because look at my x values. They are different. So now that means for that, even though it's giving me an output of 5, it's still going to be the different inputs. Now, if this happened, if I had 2 and now it gave me 7, no longer a function. So a function is when you start seeing that they have 2 of the same x values giving you a different y value, no longer a function. Hope that's helpful. Let's see if you could answer the question now.